We met serving leaders through counseling with Penny a number of years ago, and Penny has walked with us through a number of seasons in life, in marriage, in ministry. I'll let Shainu share some of that and how that's impacted us.
Yeah, so like Ajay mentioned, we met Penny a few years ago when we were going through a really hard season. Being married can have its own struggles, but a few times, we talked here about being in the front lines of ministry. And there is something about being married and being in the front lines of ministry. We know that we have a real enemy who is out to attack us, to steal our joy and destroy. And we have felt that presence. He's out to attack our marriage. And what a great way to do that, to stop God's work from advancing than to get to the core of a marriage. And God allowed us to meet Penny at just the right time, and she has walked with us through so many seasons. And in doing that, she not only helped us, just work through some of the problems, but she has helped us restore our marriage to health. And that has not only helped our marriage, but also how we minister to the people in our church, our family, the people we encounter. And it has been a huge blessing to us. And it's really funny. We've known her for quite a number of years now. And there was this one season we were seeing her quite a bit. And then she said, all right, guys, we'll see you maybe in a few months, or you can let me know. And I looked at Ajay and I said, wait, what? We're done? No, we can't be done. So I was like, do we need to get into a fight again to see her? And I think Ajay said, no, we'll just invite her to coffee. That should be fine. But it has been a huge blessing knowing Penny and also being served by this ministry.
The impact of that has leaked past us and through us to our church as well. And even for a young church plant, we're always coming across things that are over our head. And to be able to reach out to Penny and to serving leaders to ask for advice and counsel on things we would have no idea how to engage has been priceless. I think the best way that I could say it, and I'll just end with this, is there's a verse in 2 Corinthians 7 where Paul is in Macedonia, and he speaks of being hard-pressed and fightings and fears from within and without. His body is weary. And then he says, the God who gives comfort, or who comforts the downcast. And that itself is something. The God who doesn't chastise the downcast or lecture the downcast or reject the downcast, but the God who comforts the downcast. And then in the next verse it says, comforted us through the coming of Titus. And so the means by which the God of comfort comforted Paul was through the coming of Titus. He was the flesh and blood way in which God's comfort came. So when Titus came, it was like God came. And when Titus spoke, it was like God spoke. And when Titus got in the ground with Paul and hugged Paul and encouraged Paul, it was as if God did that. And I think Penny and serving leaders has been that for us. It's been God's comfort in the flesh to us, come to us every time we've encountered them. And so we're so grateful for serving leaders, and it's a joy to be with you tonight. Thanks.